Welcome Duelist, Potato here. So last time we have a little bit of an upset with a certain deck that I won't say anymore because I now officially hate that deck. This deck sucks! Yeah. So today we're gonna talk about what we didn't talk about last time, which is the best deck that is at the moment. And that deck is, drumroll please. That's okay. Well, it's Harpies! Yeah! Yeah, I know. But it is the best deck at the moment. And it has done a lot of things recently. So, right now, they got recently nerfed. In a few days, it's gonna be nerfed due to Swallow's Nest is now to 2, and due to that, you cannot use Treacherous Trap Hole, or if you wanna help yourself, you can use the Elegant Egotist and just do not use Swallow's Nest as well. And every time that happens, that they limit something to 2, they either leave it with traps or they leave it to other kinds of shenanigans that basically they don't want to use. So today I'm gonna create a deck around harpies, and we're gonna try to make a duels anytime that we want, and that way probably with this deck either we do the 33% or we do 0%. Like, I don't want to mention that deck again. So let's go to the deck and roll that. Oh yeah, we need to go to the deck first. Sorry. So here's the deck. It's really simple. Since we're only using the Elegant Egotist, we're not using any traps. We're gonna use, as far as you can tell, only free-to-play cards, which means free-to-play, it's just using gems. So for the skill, there needs no introduction. You don't have to have a high IQ to use this skill. It's Harpy's Hunting Ground. Begin the duel with the field spell Harpy's Hunting Ground. If you don't know what it does, it's basically simple. All winged type beast type monsters gain 200 attack and defense, and when Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady sisters are normal or special summon, the player who conducted the summon targets one spell trap on the field and destroy that target. What does that mean? It means that either player, so if you're playing the mirror match and somebody summons a Harpy Lady and you set cards on the field, they can either destroy your field spell, which I don't think they will do that. They will try to go for your back row, and just be careful when you're in the mirror match. Usually what we suggest, it's just me. Well, what I suggest is that we just go for popping both Harpy's Hunting Ground, and that way neither gets the effect. So if you set cards, you will automatically save yourself for a moment if you have the combo. So going back to the deck, it's plain simple. It's 2 Harpy Oracle when it's special summon. When you have a higher level 5 or higher Harpy, it can special summon itself. Usually leave it in defense or in attack if you're about to get lethal. The other thing is that when it's normal or special summon, you can get a card from your deck that specifically says Harpy Lady. Okay, then Harpy Channeler, 3 of 3 copies. You can discard 1 Harpy to special summon another one from the deck in defense. Now, what's cool about this card is that it doesn't negate the effect, so you can basically if it has a normal special summon effect, you can just get the card from another card, or depending on the effect it does. We got Harpy Harpist. When usually this card is used for the graveyard purposes. When it goes to the graveyard, you can get a card which is a level 4 winged beast type with 1500 attack or lower. It's really good. If they rarely use this effect, but when it's normal summon, you can return one winged beast type to your hand, and you can return a face-up monster on the opponent's side of the field. It goes to the hand, so it's awesome. Now, Harpy Perfumer, I only have 2. If I had 3, I used 3, but I only have 2. It was a painful box. So Harpy Perfumer becomes Harpy Lady, and when it's special summoned or normal summoned, you can grab a card in the deck, and basically you can go for the Elegant Egotist or the Harpy's Feather Rest. We will get to that in a moment. So Glyph the Phantom Bird is basically a card that it's really good. Usually they don't use the Castle of Stromberg with this card, but if you have it in your deck, you can discard it from your hand to get the field spell. But that's not the effect that we want. The effect that we want, that it's when it's normal or special summon, you can target a card in the opponent's spell and trap zone. Now, this is the thing. That's why it specifically says spell and trap zone, because the field spell does not count as a spell and trap zone card. So it destroys it, and it's just once per turn. We have a Cyber Harpie Lady because we need that power, and it's 1800 attack. I used to use Harpy Lady 1, but you actually don't need it. When you need the plays, you can just summon the big mama and it's go through. Okay, so for spells, there's 10 spells on it. Mystical Space Typhoon, there's no need introduction. It destroys a spell or trap card on the field. 3 Book of Moons, which is free to play, by the way. And yes, I now have 3. We have 2 Forbidden Lands. This will be used in the damage step, or when it's an equivalent to Swallow's Nest, but instead of tributing the card to special summon another winged beast type monster from the deck, basically it just protects it, and you can still use the effects. The only problem is that it won't be affected by spells or traps. So if they try to Mirror Force you, or I know that Mirror Force is not on Duel Links, but if they try to affect it, you can just protect yourself. Or if you want to defeat the opponent, when it's the damage step, you can activate Forbidden Lands and it will automatically lower the attack. And with Swallow's Nest, we already explained what that is. Forbidden Chalice, this is to negate effects. If you have 1 or 2, you can just take out the Forbidden Lands, one of them, and let it through. Or unless you want to be like everyone else, just use traps. But I don't recommend it. Harpy's Feather Rest. Now it says 3 Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters in the graveyard, shuffle into the deck. Now, this is a +0 card. You draw 1 card, but if you have a level 5, for example, if you have Cyber / Harpy Lady, you can just draw 2, or you get a +1. Now, Elegant Egotist. Elegant Egotist is really you have to be concerned by this when you're playing the mirror match, because if Harpy Lady is on the field, that means that the field it could be even the opponent's side of the field. So if you're playing the mirror match and the opponent has a Harpy Lady, you can just activate it and you can summon your card for free, and then you can summon another card and do the Xyz plays or the synchro plays. So it's pretty good. Only in the mirror match, by the way. But if you're running on things, you need to have a Harpy Lady if you're playing on a different deck. So for the extra deck, it's just 2 Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. This is the high IQ strats because it has a quick effect. So you need to when there's a chain, when you activate a spell or trap, this card returns 1 monster on the field. It doesn't even matter that if it's, just make sure that if you battle something like Luna Lights and it's the big boss monster that appears and you try to target it, it won't be able to target. So just take care of that. Now I believe that's it. Abyss Dweller, when the monster negates effects from the graveyard, they are not active. Malevolent Sin, it raises 300 attack and also raises its rank by 3 each time it destroys a monster, and when it detaches a material, you banish a card. Steel Swarm Roach, when there's a level 5 or higher that it will be special summon, you can detach 1. This is usually, this one has, there's a lot of instructions for this because this can be activated by, like, let's say Berserkion, the Magna Warrior. You can use it on effects like Levia Dragon Levianeer. I cannot believe I said that. We just said Levy on it. This is on special occasions. Thunderspark Dragon. If you detach 3 materials from this card, destroy all face-up monsters on the field. Now the reason I'm saying this, it's because if you're playing monsters that cannot be destroyed, or by being targeted, this is just on rare occasions. You can change it for something else. You can use Diamond Dire Wolf or anything like that. But for example, again with Luna Lights, if you just detach it, it does not target. It just destroys the monsters, and you can easily attack with the card. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And Heraldry Patriarch, the only thing that it will use, it's only the effect. The reason for this is that once per chain during either player's turn, if 2 or more monsters with the same name are on the field, you can detach 1. You select 1. For example, Harpy Lady, if you select 1 and there's other monsters on the field, you can just destroy them automatically, and the opponent cannot special summon monsters with that same name until the next turn. So in a mirror match, there's also other archetypes that can be named the same. So if you do that and you just select it, it will destroy the other ones. It's not just for Harpy Lady. It can be for any other deck that has a different copy of that. So yeah, just make sure that you do it. So yeah, that's basically the deck, and I think it's gonna be a good duel. So we're gonna do, you remember the gist, 3 duels. We tested, let's see how it goes, and that's it. So yeah, let's go to that battle. Wait, what is going on? For some reason, I feel like a presence here. A really bad presence. I should just back things up here on my phone in case I need to use the deck in some other ways. So yeah, let me use the deck so we can. Wait, who are you? I'm gonna call somebody, so stay back. What do you want? You took my phone. Hey, there's my dueling things there.
Let's duel.
Oh no, this person is trying to duel me, but I basically saved the data on the phone. So the deck, oh no, the deck that I was gonna use is in that data.